I want to talk about Ian Garry's performance at UFC 303. I thought it was pretty lackluster, I'll be honest with you. Although he did control MVP for large stretches of this fight, it wasn't an exciting fight. And to me, if you're going to be that next star, if you're going to be the future like he proclaims himself to be, you need to be entertaining. And you need to have people want to watch you fight. And the only reason people would want to watch Ian Garry fight is to see him lose, because a lot of people don't like this guy. And to be honest with you, he makes it easy for you not to like him. At first, I did like him. At first, it was just some young kid calling a shot and living his dream, etc., etc. However, what I don't like about him is his inability to receive criticism. However, he's the first one to criticize others and throw stones at others. But when he gets it back, he likes to play victim and talk about suing people. This isn't cool. This isn't, bravado, tough guy, whatever he tries to portray. It's really a tell, honestly. It's a tell. And I think when he pulled out of that fight, I forget who he was supposed to fight, but he pulled out. The reason why he got sick was because he was underneath all that stress. He had the MMA guru making videos about him, things like that. He had a lot of hate coming his way. And because of that, I think those negative thoughts in his head and the hate being aimed at him manifested itself in an illness. I also want to say that Ian Garry, when it comes to being the heel, I don't think he thrives in that. I think he wants to be the guy people cheer for. He wants to be the guy people get behind. He wants to be liked. He does. And he doesn't understand the hate. He doesn't know why you don't like him. You know what I mean? I honestly could care less about what he does with his wife and the fact that she's older and all things. I don't care, right? Wag, all this stuff. I really don't care. And I never thought much of it when all that stuff was going down. However, I didn't like the way he treated Neil Magny. The stigma he put on Neil Magny. The fact that Neil Magny had to go to court and testify against his baby mother because of the things Garry said. She was trying to get custody of the kid because of the things Ian Garry was accusing him of doing, which in all actuality, Ian Garry purposefully took something this big and made it into this. And that's not right. And it also wasn't right for him to put Jeff Neal's mugshot on a t-shirt, because we all have a past and we all would like to turn the page and better ourselves. And Jeff Neal is no different. And for Ian Garry to come out and, do what he did and, make money and monetize the likeness of that mugshot, it's just not cool. But, of course, in Ian Garry's world, he can do no wrong. As for the fight itself, I don't know how else to say it, man. It was lackluster. He couldn't finish the choke. He had him in a really bad position early on. This is the first round. This is pictures from the first round. And, look at, first of all, if you're training with fucking Damian Maia needs to get a couple more private classes with you, kid. Because why the hell is your hand up top on the guy's head? You know what I mean? You want to get that arm right behind the neck. And when you sink in a choke, you know what I mean? Then you got Joe Rogan talking about, oh, that's in! The whole time I'm watching it, I'm saying, bro, this fucking hand is up here. Anybody that's ever taken one class of jiu-jitsu knows that the defense for this is to simply pull the arm down. You take the hand and you pull the arm down. It's not like some crazy thing. Anyways, Ian Garry on the feet wasn't anything special. He didn't land anything of note, and he, truthfully to me, he underperformed. MVP is in his 30s. I want to say his late 30s. And MVP is also a Bellator, I don't want to say he's a Bellator guy, but he's a Bellator guy that was fed a lot of scrubs and cans, Then he gets to the UFC and he beats Kevin Holland. Salute to him. Fair enough. But Ian Garry, the guy who's on the rise, the guy who's younger by damn near almost 10 years, I want to say, he needs to go out there and finish an MVP, or at least win in more dramatic fashion, and at least not have people out here saying, oh, MVP won. I don't think MVP won, but a lot of people do. Or some people do, I should say. Maybe not a lot, but some people do. Right now, Ian Garry's biggest thing going for him is the fact that the fans don't like him and they will tune in to hopefully watch him get knocked out. Ian Garry, on the other hand, is going to try his best to avoid that. And, you know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm going to go with the latter. I don't think I think he does end up getting knocked out. You know, I think he doesn't stay undefeated. And everybody gets got in this game. Everybody gets humbled in this game if you stay around long enough. And the only people that haven't been humbled, let's say Khabib Nurmagomedov, for example, it's only because he hasn't stayed around. If Khabib stayed fighting, you know, till this day, I think he would have lost by now. You know, it just is what it is. Maybe he would have been 32-1. Who knows? You know, it's just the game. It's chaos. It's fighting. It's MMA. It's, you know, it's literally the most dangerous, high-risk sport you could do, pretty much, right? I can't think of any other one. And everybody has their turn, man. Everybody has their turn as the nail. You may be the hammer on most days. Ian Garry was the hammer at UFC 303. But one day he's going to be the nail, and a lot of people are going to rejoice in that because, you know, the way he acts isn't the most likable. But that's my 2 cents on things. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.